Hey everyone, and welcome to another Mortgage Minute Live. I'm Garrett Finkelstein, and we're here to map out and navigate the road sign ahead with current housing market insights, trends, and new product updates. As you can see, I'm here with Benchmark's very own COO, Steve Remington. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Garrett. Glad to be here.
Cool. So we're going to jump into it. Let's navigate the road signs in the current market. So Mortgage Minute Live has basically been a play-by-play of the CPI lately, but it sounds like we've got some good information coming. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
So it has been all about inflation. That's what's driving the market. So last Thursday, we got the Consumer Price Index, and it came in cooler than expected. Inflation was still elevated, but the correction was significant in terms of the deceleration. So the market went wild, the equity market went wild, the bonds rallied, and the mortgage market rallied. So we saw a pretty good improvement in the market overall.
Awesome. And things coming up, CPI, PPI, let's talk last Thursday.
Yeah. So to put it in perspective, the CPI came in at 7.7 on an annualized basis, but that's down from 9% was the peak about 5 months ago. So pretty significant decrease in shift in inflation. And then PPI came out on Tuesday, which is the wholesale inflation, the producer price index, and it did the same thing. So it met it below expectations and gave us a little bit more fuel for that rally. So it's two good signs back to back.
Awesome. Always happy to hear that at the end of the year. Let's kind of look forward and talk about what's next.
Yeah, so this is a unique situation because we just had the FOMC meeting last week, had CPI come out after, PPI come out after. We get one more read at CPI on the 13th. The next FOMC meeting starts on the 13th, finishes on the 14th. That's when they'll announce their decision. So kind of cool to have a solid number that really is helpful, and then to have another read that, if it's helpful at the same kind of momentum, at the same trajectory, and is showing that continued deceleration, that could set us up for another strong rally and really continue to help mortgage rates.
Let's keep with looking ahead, right? This is the crystal ball moment,
Yeah.
right? What do the next 30 or so days look like?
So I think right now we're in that period of calm. I think having two CPI reads in between the next Fed meeting is going to give us some less volatile markets. I've been talking about for the last 4 to 6 weeks, like hang on for the volatility. It's been a wild ride. Everybody that's in the business knows rates are going, they're all over the place. So I think this is that moment of calm water, more time to focus on communicating with customers, communicating with referral partners. If you get deals, you're going to have probably a little bit better window of time to lock that deal in. I still subscribe to the theory, if you get a couple of 2 or 3 days of a strong rally, take it. I would not try to float. Just have some discipline in your business, but don't feel like you have to, put your seatbelt on every day when you go to work.
Sure. And then let's talk a little bbit about the market and what's going on with mortgage rates.
So to put rates in perspective, we peaked out around 7.4%. I've got a graph that I can show on the screen. We peaked out about 7.35, 7.4. Been bouncing around there for the better part of October. We're back now as an industry average, back around 6.9. This was yesterday's graph. It's gotten a little bit better since then today. So, we're back in the high sixes. I've seen FHA loans in the kind of the mid sixes. I've seen some discount points, buy deals down into the high fives, 5.49, 5.99. So very palatable. You can still power that with a buy down or something else to make it, help kind of boost everybody's feeling about this high rate environment.
Awesome. So we know that things have been up and down, and what's cool is kind of watching Benchmark and our new products kind of roll out as we're getting ahead of this curve. You've got some product updates. Why don't we jump in and talk about some of those?
Yes, this is some cool news. So this is an FHA specific update. So HUD presented their FHA program report to Congress, their annual report yesterday, and in there it shows a couple things. One, over the years, they've progressively raised the mortgage insurance cost, the annual MIP, some of the upfront MIPs, they've made it for life alone. The FHA fund, the mortgage insurance fund, is overcapitalized. They have too much capital, and they don't need to have that much. Their mandate says they don't need that much. So it's kind of intertwined in this thread, but it's essentially the understanding that they're going to have to at some point reduce the annual MIP or reduce the term of MI on an FHA loan. Now, that's going to take proposing a new budget and a lot of work to get it implemented, but kind of a shining light in the murky waters here is you're going to see an improvement to affordability on the FHA program that would reduce either the annual MI and make it more palatable. So awesome. That's the FHA update. So we're excited about that. That just came out yesterday. And then FHFA, who is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac's regulator, mandated that the agencies reduce or eliminate the loan level price adjusters for first-time home buyers that don't exceed 100% of the area median income. So that's a mouthful. So just to kind of put it in perspective, so right now every loan has some kind of loan level price adjustment for LTV, credit score, FICO score, things like that. So they want to make homes more affordable for first-time home buyers, and this is set up to where at least one borrower has to be a first-time home buyer, not both. It must be owner-occupied, and then the qualifying income can't exceed 100% of the area median income. It can also be used with the Home Possible Home Ready, or it can be used with a standard conventional fixed rate loan and adjustable rate loan. So this is exciting because the average loan today probably has 50 or 100 basis points of price adjustments in there for just being a loan, not necessarily because it's a high risk loan. So they're trying to help with affordability and try to help first time home buyers. So timeline wise, we just got this announcement. We're working through the technology implications with our Optimal Blue pricing engine. We have a call with them this week to go through how to mechanically do this. So if you price a loan, how do you get accurate pricing so you can give the borrower this benefit? And then how do we track it through the system to make sure we're not charging it incorrectly? So awesome. Secondary team's working on that call, and then we'll issue some communication on how we're going to exercise this. There may be a temporary solution that gets something to y'all right away, and then there may be a more permanent solution that makes it more automated.
We want to let you guys know we are going to take next week off for Thanksgiving. We hope everybody out there has some great family time and just a chance to take a breath, right? Yep. It sounds like fresher air is on the way. And so don't get too full on Thanksgiving turkey. Stay hungry out there, and you guys continue to tune in to Mortgage Minute Live. Want your questions to be featured on our next show? Comment below in the live stream chat, and we will see you guys after the holiday on Mortgage Minute Live.